pep talk time. Welcome to Kyera in My Pocket, where personal transformation gets intimate, raw, and uncensored. So do not say that I didn't warn you. I'm Kyera Kacey, founder of Liberate Her, an international best-selling author of Rich Bitch Money Goals, Becoming the Energetic Match to Wealth. I have coached thousands of women around the world using our 9 iconic rich bitch principles to change their lives, their businesses, and their bank accounts. So get ready for unfiltered stories, TMI moments, and the exact mindset and embodiment shifts that have helped me build a multi-7-figure empire. I am here to help you on your path to personal and professional success. So tune in, turn up, and let's fucking go. I got a pocket full of Kyera. Whoa. I couldn't help myself. Let's go. Good morning. It is 5:45 here in the Metro Detroit area. I don't know what time it's going to be when you listen to this or watch this, but it is early here and I have already finished my meditation. Now, we get accomplished very early, but if you're watching this instead of just listening and you're like, wow, she's looking some kind of way. Y'all, I've only been up for about 2 hours. By only, I mean, y'all, I've been up for 2 hours. I woke up extra early today. I don't know what it was, but I'm like, I'm going into meditation and now here we are. And so it's Friday. I want to bring through a channeled message. So if you are watching this, if you're listening to this, you can just go ahead and trust that what I'm sharing today is for you. So rather than pull from my cards or do any of that, I wanted to bring through a story for you to tie in the conversation of trusting your intuition, which is, the T in bitch, which is not why I'm bringing it through, but this is just happens to be what was coming through for me today to share with you. So back in 2017, I drove from Michigan all the way to Rhinebeck, New York. I wouldn't make that drive again. 1000% I would fly. But, back in 2017, I drove there. And I drove there because I was attending an animal communication course by Danielle McKinnon. And I remember I was dating this guy at the time, and I did not want to tell him. I did not want to tell this guy that I was going to an animal communication course because I knew he was going to be like, what is that? And I didn't want to be like, well, it's where you learn how to use your psychic senses to communicate with animals. Like, he just wasn't that kind of person. So Brian Weiss also happened to be at this, he was going to be a speaker at the place that I was going to. I was actually at the Omega Institute. So if you've heard of it, he goes there almost every year. And he was going to be teaching past life regression. And I have already studied past life regression hypnosis. He knew that. So I was like, well, I'm just going to, Brian Weiss's course and blah, blah, blah. I did actually get to meet Brian Weiss, which was super cool. And if you don't know him, his book, Many Lives, Many Masters, is really fantastic. But I didn't go there for him. I went there to study with Danielle McKinnon in person. She's a known animal communicator. And so when I was there, one of the things that she had us do, like right off the bat, she paired us with a partner. Now, we don't know anything about anybody, okay? The only thing we knew was our partner's name. And she wanted us to tune in to one of their animals, whether they were crossed over, whether they were alive, you didn't know. And the only thing that you would know is whether or not it was like a dog or a cat. So that was the request, but you wouldn't give any other information. And so I'm paired with this man, and we stand next to each other, and all he says is dog. And I'm like, okay, what if what comes through my intuition is completely wrong? I'm going to sound like an idiot. Like, I was having like all of these ego thoughts were coming up. And then I'm like, you know what? This is why we're here. Just Kyera, put that to the side and let's just share with him what's coming through. Like, you're at an animal communication course. Like, you already look weird. It's fine. So so I'm sitting there with him and I can start to feel into his energy and it feels super heavy. And all of a sudden I connect with this dog and immediately I can tell the dog has crossed over. So I'm tuning in a little bit more. I'm like, okay, I don't say anything to him yet. And all of a sudden, the dog is showing me a bed. So he's showing me this man's bed. And I'm like, dear Lord, where are we going with this message? Okay. Like, you got to give me more. So the dog is wanting me to let the owner know that he was grateful for the time that he was able to sleep on his bed. Like, the dog was showing me gratitude for sleeping on this man's bed. And I'm thinking, no, 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 there's no way. I'm not going to sit here and be like, okay, your dog has crossed over and he's showing me your bed. I'm like, this is too much. But I'm like, I had this moment with myself and I'm like, okay, let's just if we're gonna be weird and wrong anywhere, like, let's just let it be here. So it's like, let's not have it be anywhere, but if it is anywhere, let's let it be here. So I realize I've got nothing to lose, and I share with this man, okay, there's a dog that's coming through. The dog has crossed over, and it was a more of a recent. I could feel that this was more of a recent transition, and so I shared that as well. And I let him know. I said, listen, I don't know what this means, but your dog is literally expressing gratitude for sleeping on your bed. And all of a sudden, after I said that, the man just starts crying. And he tells me that before his dog passed away, which he did not know was going to happen, this was like an unexpected passing. So his dog was never allowed on the bed. So that was like the first thing. But 2 weeks prior to his dog passing away, for some reason, this man started letting his dog sleep in bed with him. So for the last 2 weeks of this dog's life, he got to sleep with his owner. And it's like, you can't listen, here's the really cool thing. You can't make this stuff up. I mean, I'm sure like plenty of people make stuff up in readings. Okay. They're just like, let's fucking wing it. Okay. I'm sure those people are out there. But like, if I would have let my ego get in the way of sharing that message, this man would not have had that moment. And that moment for him was really special. But more than that, it was healing for him. He literally had a release, a physical release in his crying, through his crying. And there was also this like peace that came over him. So I want you to know, for those of you, and because I get this question all the time, how can I strengthen my channel? The first thing is you've got to make time for it. You have to make time for your channel. And what I mean by that is you've got to make time to hear it. Like, so many people are so connected to their phones and their social media platforms. And then they're like, I can't hear my intuition. You've got to make time for it. The second thing, though, is you have to trust it. This is your intuition. Yes, I believe we are all born with abilities. I believe, again, some of us have them just more open than others. Mine has always been, I've always had a very open channel, but I've had years and years of trusting it. And that is a muscle that has been built. And so if you're going to strengthen your channel, you have to trust and move with your intuition. And so let today's channeled message be this: start trusting your intuition. When you have signs and synchronicities, trust them. When you have a gut feeling, trust it. Start trusting what is coming through. And something that can be really helpful is, at the end of the day, I shared this one time. I ran a program called the Psychic Mentorship Academy. And one of the things that I had them do at the end of the day was write down all of the signs, the synchronicities, the gut checks, the intuitive hits that they had. Just write it down. I wanted them to start connecting their intuition actually being present to them, and then the present for them. And then the other thing I had them do was I had them look back through their life at all of the times their intuition gave them a nudge, or something came through them and they listened to it and it was accurate. And so, again, your intuition is a muscle that you build, but you will not build it if you don't trust it. Trusting your intuition is like lifting a weight in the gym. That's how you work it. It's one of the ways. But that's the message today. I'm going to keep this just short, sweet, and powerful. Trust your intuition. And for those of you that have been on this path of wanting to strengthen your channel, this would also be a sign for you. And the third and final thing that is coming through, a lot of you have doubted your gifts. Okay. You've been doubting your feelings, your psychic senses. We have many of them. I won't get into what those are. You can go Google that. But you've been doubting the information that has been coming through you. And specifically, I feel there's something that you have had come up as a reoccurring thought to do something. And this is your message to go do it. This pep talk was powered by Rich Bitch Money Goals, The Experience, our monthly membership designed to help you become the energetic match to wealth. Tap the link in the description to claim your seat and join the Rich Bitch community where the more we play, the more money we make.